Hi Cancer, welcome to the full moon reading in Aquarius for August 19th, 2024. This is a crazy planetary aspect situation that we're dealing with. Probably started around Saturday and goes up into around the 21st, and it just happens that the full moon, which closes out cycles, is at the end of this tense and laborious period. Um, yeah, I've listened to a couple of takes on the planetary aspects, and some are positive and some are negative, but most of them are talking about a tense period that offers solutions. So there's a purpose for it, but you know, we have to move through that difficulty to get there. The direction that your reading is going in is number one, people, kindred partnerships. So that's really nice. It's coupling. Um, there is the potential of a relationship, a new relationship, or a deepening, caring connection, a sharing of your mind and your heart with somebody that has a similarity to you. Um, Maybe an upcoming partnership can start to be romantic. Um, there are sweet and tender feelings associated with this card. A deeper commitment can be in relationship to this card. An existing romance can deepen, or if you're single, a new love can appear. Um, but it can also be like work partnerships, right? In a business situation that you feel passionate about. So, this card indicates also that there can be some legal agreements of some kind, but it's a nice energy. It was upright, so it's positive, and and we like that. So let's see how the tarot responds to this. This is the direction that the reading is going in. The first set of cards is where you find yourself at the time of the full moon, or if you are consciously, actively closing out a cycle, then you will find it here. There's your card. And the second set of cards are you, how you're behaving. That's interesting. What you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're doing, how you're behaving in this particular situation. And the last set of cards is the probable outcome. Probable because some things we can change when we have the proper information, and some things we are meant to experience, always for our betterment, always to further our growth, although it may not always seem like it at the time. Wow, okay. We got some people around you for sure. All right. The Ace of Wands has come up in 3 out of 4 readings, so I think that's the reward for the difficult tension that we may be going through during this period. Although well, yeah, no, it's true. I see some stuff here, but all right, let's get started. Two of Pentacles, King of Cups, Two of Pentacles, two. The frequency of two is about assimilation and envisioning, right? So it's kind of like the intellect directed somewhere on something. Um, this card is about keeping equilibrium um, in the face of perhaps multitasking or financial kind of um, juggling. Maybe you're taking some money from one account to another to pay for something, that kind of thing. Um, but it's a very multitasking card. It is also a sexual card. So you could even be juggling partnerships, right? Because we have kindred partnerships here. Juggling relationships, whether that's romantic or not. Business wise, it can be, moving a lot of, maybe you have a job and you have a second job and you have to kind of juggle those situations. It's that kind of energy. But it is asking you to keep a light heart through it, not to take life overly serious. And so there may be somebody around you who is helping you to do that or asking you to do that. King of Cups, which is your energy. However, you're behaving like a King of Wands. So the King of Cups here is Cancer. He is the master of his emotional world. So he's the calm in the storm. However, there can be a lot going on an internal level. He keeps a cool facade, but there can be a lot going on internally. But he's mastering his emotions. So he's learning not to emote out loud, if you will. Um, Cancer is a cardinal sign, and so they expect the best from themselves as they do the people that they're working with or dealing with, right? They have very high expectations and high standards. Um, they are emotional people, but like a crab, they have a heart out of shell. So you may not see that emotion, or you may not see it until you're in. Right? Once you're in, you're in. But if you're not, it's a very stoic energy. Mm, they are often round in features, water signs. You can look at their chin or their forehead or their eyes or even their hands and the physical body. Maybe they carry a little more weight or roundness to them than, say, the King of Wands. So that's their physical and other attributes. But I do feel like there is this need to have some emotional equilibrium while you're moving through some multitasking or some situations that you need to juggle. Okay? General reading, so I'm keeping it very general. Okay, Seven of Pentacles is a very introspective card. In the card, you can see that he is looking at what he has grown, right? His crop up until now, and is he satisfied with it? And we are looking at the financial again, so the physical. This can be your finances, but it can also be your health situation. And it is the material world with the pentacles. So something very material. Now, I would say the King of Cups is pretty good at making money, and they are diligent, hard workers. But the Seven of Pentacles is really just kind of saying, I've done all this work, I've juggled my multitasking situation, I've worked really hard at it, and this is what I've yielded. And am I happy with that? Is this good for me? Is this what I wanted? Is this so maybe you're going to rethink a few things, or maybe somebody's helping you to rethink a few things, or maybe you're helping somebody to rethink a few things. I My crop is string beans, but I think next year Brussels sprouts is going to be better, or well, plant something different the next time. It's that kind of energy. Okay. It is rethinking things. It's a very introspective card, but it's kind of like editing. Okay. And that may be where a work partnership is concerned, because, and well, it could be also romantic and just saying, okay, what have we done? You had a job, I had a job, and did it really bring us what we needed, kind of scenario. So it can be work or partnership of any kind. You're behaving like a King of Wands, which is associated with Aries. And I gotta be honest with you, this card has been around maybe all of the readings I've done prior, which is three, and you're the fourth one. So this Aries energy is quite prominent right now, and it's a fiery energy. It is a trailblazing energy. It is a youthful energy, even though it is the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is mastering his ego and passions. Um, and it seems to me like, okay, so you may have to defend something. There's competitive energy around you with the Seven of Wands. And you may have to manage situations. Um, it can be a bit of a surprise, something that you weren't expecting. Um, but if you look at the card, he is on top of the situation. And these are situations, people, things, whatever, that challenge you. And so it's a very competitive energy around you. The thing is, if you keep your ideals on a high perspective, that means that you can probably deal with your heads above the competition. Okay? And interestingly enough, both the King of Cups and the King of Wands can think on a very high level here. They can have those higher perspectives. Okay, so this can be some financial negotiation. This is daily life, and these are the people that you associate on a daily basis. Now, these can be people at work, people at home, family, community, right? Extended family, people you consider family but aren't. But there's a very community based energy here with the Ten of Pentacles. It can be financial negotiation, but it's daily life, it's your daily life. But it is also a lot of money. So it can also be inheritance. Perhaps somebody has received inheritance, right? Removing money from one account to another. What am I going to do with that? And do I help family out with it? That's just a scenario, right? That's not for everybody, obviously. I don't think all Cancerians are going to get inheritance, but it is a good sum of money. Um, but there is a lot of communication with the Ten of Pentacles and the need to communicate, the need to talk about things. And you may have good partnerships or good people around you that you can talk with in order to come to some conclusions. But again, you have that Seven of Wands, so there is this sort of defensive energy. It's a very competitive energy. Maybe in some work situations, there can be raises or talk of raises or financial negotiations on that sense, and you kind of have to be competitive, right? So perhaps even you're vying for an account or something. You have to really consider, okay, what's our margin? How low can we go without hurting ourselves? Or should we aim high and be the best? Some people think that if it's expensive, it's better. That kind of energy on a very business, practical level. Okay. And then I have the Ace of Wands and the Sagittarius card, the Page of Wands. Um, Interesting. So you have earth and you have fire energy. And fire is that spark. It is initiative, right? It's so there is a lot of initiative here for sure, and there's something new that we're going to initiate, something we're passionate about with that Ace of Wands, and I think we're working towards autumn. And the Ace of Wands has been in every reading so far. So through this tension, through this laborious period, here comes the reward, this new passionate beginning. And when accepted, it is the thing that dreams are made of. So it's a lovely, inspired energy, and it is my autumn timing card. and we are absolutely moving into the autumn period. In fact, at the end of these 2 weeks, we will be in it. So, and Sagittarius is associated with December period, so on into the winter time here. Now, the Page of Wands is my student card. He is a student of life. He doesn't necessarily have to be in school to learn anything. Very philosophical energy, and a very expansive energy. And so I do feel like we are moving to expand something here. And we have some new inspiration and some new energy, to like this new spark that moves us, that pushes us in that direction. And this can be happening in the autumn. And then we're moving on from old situations. Okay, this is the moving on card, bringing balance to the situation, over the hump, over the difficulty, from 5 to 6, right? 5 is that instability that pushes us to find harmony and balance. And we are trying to balance out maybe some difficult situations that we went through. This is kind of a resignation card. So maybe you are resigning from an old situation literally, but it can also just be like, the past is the past. We're moving on. I'm going to calm my emotions and look at the situation from a different perspective and just move on to this sort of new and exciting new beginning that's happening right now. And it could be with another partner, or you bring in a new partner. That can be that kind of energy, but it's very expansive and youthful. I do want to add that there's some kind of new energy brought into a situation, or starting a new situation, which is really nice. Yours doesn't look as difficult as some of the previous readings I've done. I mean, there's some competition and you have to work through a few things, but it just doesn't seem as heavy as a few of the other ones, as the first 3. Archangel Raphael, what does Spirit want you to know? Healing and abundance are coming to you. Whee! 10 of Pentacles. Abundance. Abadanza. Okay. I hope this has been helpful. I will return in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. Thank you for listening. It's very much appreciated. And good luck through this interesting cycle that we're going through. Okay. Bye for now.